Here this morning with Addisyn Pritchard. I say morning because I work nights and it's late. I got up late. So, how are you doing today?
I'm just doing amazing.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. You got big plans for the night?
No.
Nope, just spending it on Zoom with your coach.
Yeah, I guess
So
that's the only way I can.
that's all you got going today, huh? So let's talk about when you got started wrestling. I know originally you started with mat rats, but
Yeah.
talk about mat rats and then why you came back out later on.
So I did Met Rats second and third grade. I literally was on the living room floor crying because my dad wouldn't let me, and then I finally convinced him. And I did that, and then I chose to do basketball. I don't know why, but I did. And high school, just bad experience. So halfway through the season, sophomore year, I just decided to up and quit, and I went to one of the home meets and I talked to you and I wanted to do it. So, not even like 2 days later, I was in wrestling, and then you threw me in a meet the same week that I started, and I just went out there and did what I could.
Yeah, no, that's. Do you have any? Do you remember anything from your very first match? Because I have kind of a funny story from it.
Um, I won my first match
Yep,
ever.
yep, that's very good. Did you have your headgear on properly?
No.
That's yeah, that was, and I had to tell the ref. I said it's her first match, and he's like, "Okay, that's all right." So we fixed that. So when you came back to wrestling, what's something that surprised you when you first stepped on the mat this year or last year?
Well, how adaptable I was. Like I just hopped in there and it was like muscle memory from practice all week. I just did the moves I could and just stayed out of my head.
Yeah, and so since coming back to wrestling, what's something that you found that you really love about it?
The team definitely, and being able to like rely on myself because basketball was such a team sport. And so it's easy to get blamed for things and it's easy to get mad at yourself over things you didn't do. But in wrestling, if you mess up, it's on you. You just talk through it, you watch your other matches, and you just bounce back and you're able to work on the things you need to work on.
Nice. And so you had a good year. You had
Yeah.
35 wins, basically your first full year of wrestling, 35 wins and won a state qualifier. Was there some moments in this season that maybe changed the way you thought about yourself, the confidence that you had?
Yes, I saw a big difference, and so have my teammates. Like, they all told me that I've gotten way better this year, and it really made me realize that I can go far with my journey that I've been on, and that I can make it back to state next year, even though it didn't go how I wanted to this year. And I just need to keep building onto that confidence that I can do it.
Can you maybe even look back to, is there a certain match that maybe or a tournament or a match or something that you're like, wow, it's starting to click better for me.
I think it was home meet when I was wrestling 125, and I had wrestled the Spencer girl,
Uh-huh.
and I almost beat her. And Jason really clicked into my mind that she is a very good wrestler, and I almost beat her. So I can do hard things, and I can make it to the state tournament, and that I can be successful in however far I want to go.
So even in a loss that you found confidence within that match. That's kind of that's a neat concept that
Yep.
you can search through and find that. Um, if you could describe your wrestling style in just a few words, what would you say your wrestling style is?
I'd say I'm aggressive and I am very defensive. That's just how I've learned to wrestle for the past year. And it's gotten me far, obviously, so I just need to keep doing it.
Is there something that you want to try to do for next year or work on the off season to improve for next year?
I definitely want to try shots, getting to a knee instead of just ankle picks and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna work on.
Very good. Um, we had you had a lot of little obstacles throughout the season, a lot of little injuries. How did you find, how did you work through all of those mentally?
I just trusted that I will do what I can for it to heal. I iced, I heat and ice, ibuprofen really carried me through this season. So,
So there is a difference in wrestling between injured and owies, and not that I'm downplaying any of your stuff because every day you came in and you went out and you wrestled, even when I was like, hey, I'm not sure you should wrestle this match, or you should probably should sit and practice. How do you find I mean, what drives you to go through what some people would probably be sitting on the side, but going through that pain?
every hardship that I go through just makes me work harder. It motivates me. So, everything that happens, I just work through because I know it's making me stronger as a person.
Yeah, we talk a lot about confidence in our room. Um, where do you think your confidence comes from, and how has it helped you throughout this year?
My confidence has definitely strived through you and Jason, just seeing my ability to do things. So it just really makes me work harder because I know there's room to get better in every single part of wrestling. So I just work through it.
Yeah, so the team concept, we talk a lot about team on the Ridgeview team. Um, Obviously, it's an individual sport, but we do come together. What do you think is neat about the team that you're on?
That we're all friends, even out of season. We still talk, we still communicate. We always lift each other up after matches and in practice when someone's slacking off or we just all aren't having a good day, we always find a way to make it better for everyone.
Yeah, so you're in a fairly large co-op, several schools come together. Um, a lot of people would say, how does that work? With you're not in school together, but how do you think that has worked that everybody gets along so well, even though they're from different schools?
I think it's fun that we all get to come together and it's making new friends. Like, I think you get to start fresh with new friends. You get to build that connection so it just all comes together.
Nice. If you could describe the culture of your team and your room, what would you say that is?
Definitely dad music is a big part. Always have that playlist going.
Dad music's
Um,
awesome, so
which
I'm
is
glad you like
awesome.
it.
And I think another part is doing the day of hard wrestling, then technique, like switching every other day. That's a big part of it.
So let's kind of look through some of these. Oh, yeah, here we go. What's your goal for wrestling? What's your ultimate goal in wrestling?
I'd say to place at state next year and maybe go to college at just a 2-year school, community college, and just like continue it because I know I love it so much and I've missed out on a couple of years, so I want to keep it going.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we've talked about that with other people like that athletic ceiling in a sport. You play volleyball also, very good volleyball player. But played volleyball probably since when?
Um, can't even remember. A
Yeah,
long time.
you've been hitting the volleyball over the net for a long time. And so is there, how much better can you get in a sport where you've played it for 10 years?
There's really no limit to how good you can get as long as you put the work in. Like I've seen so much improvement from last year to this year. Like you just get better every year as long as you're working hard.
Well, let's talk about what else you do. volleyball. What are some of the other things that you do in school? Not just sports, but everything.
I do track and I ride horses. So just going around to rodeos with my dad has always been fun for me. And track, I made it to state my freshman year for long jump and shuttle hurdle. And the team for shuttle is almost exactly like our wrestling team. Like we just lifted each other up. We had practice every day together. And I was with upperclassmen. Like they were all seniors. I had to see them graduate and I have to be the leader to build that team as we go on next year for our shuttle hurdle team. And I just think it's going to be a good opportunity.
So what do you do in rodeo? What's all your
So I barrel race, my dad ropes, so occasionally I'll get thrown in to rope, but I also show, so just the normal events for horse show. Diana, it
uh-huh.
like helps run the Sac County Fair, so I get to see her down there every year I do it.
So I got bucked off a Shetland pony when I was little, and I'm not really a big fan of horses. Um, what is are you is like horses your thing?
Yeah,
What's
but I
what
have
is
gotten bucked off a few times.
I think I have that, and I got chased around by chickens when I was little, so I don't really like birds. There's all kinds of things. It's not good. It's not good. When we go back to our team, who are some of the people that every day just lift you up and have a great time with?
Eden, definitely. She always comes in with a good attitude. Lauren has really like striked my confidence because she is my practice partner, and even though I'm 15 pounds heavier than her, she always finds a way and she always like helps me because she's been doing it longer and she lifts me up. And then Tegan, when I had to be her partner for state and leading up to state, just wrestling her in the practice room, knowing that she's good, she like helped me get better by like when we would go live, I would have to go live with her and she would kick my butt. But after she'd always say like it was a hard thing for me to do, like you're not bad. You need to keep working, you'll get better. And that's really uplifting for me. And then Hannah, of course, the
Yes.
German, she
Yes,
came in.
and you've been her practice partner a lot. So you have some
Yes.
brand new person that didn't even know what wrestling was, and you've helped her get very good at wrestling. What's it like to work with somebody like Hannah that has no idea what's going on, but then yet I mean she's fun. But what was it like to have her in the room this year?
Um, Definitely at times it could be a little frustrating, but as she got into it, like she's very strong. Like it was still hard to wrestle her because she is very strong. It's hard
Yeah,
to knock her down. It's hard to take her down. Like it's but as we went on, just seeing her improve, like made me feel like I can help others.
yeah. No, you did a really good job. So let's talk about weigh-ins. After weigh-ins, and you bounced back between 125, 130. Sometimes you have to cut a little weight, sometimes you could eat, 4 or 5 meals in a day.
Yeah.
But after weigh-ins, we always got to get ready for our matches. What are some of the things that you have after weigh-ins?
Pickles, ham and cheese sandwiches. Um, I would have beef sticks and cheese and crackers, and then of course whole entire meat.
Well, you kind of froze up just for a second. You got to tell us what you drink all day long.
Super carb.
Super carb. What's your favorite
Yep.
flavor of super carb?
The raspberry lemonade.
Very nice. So when you get to go eat anything you want, what's your like guilty pleasure food? What's that one thing that you're like, damn, I love that.
Definitely Mexican, but if I am in like a big city, I always choose Olive Garden. It's my favorite.
You're a pasta girl, huh?
Yep.
How about like desserts? What do you have a favorite? Are you a dessert person or not?
Yep. So my grandma makes this really good peanut butter pie, and she always makes like two pans,
One
and
for
I
you.
eat both. Both are for me.
Both are for
Both
you.
are for me. Yeah, and I definitely like those, but cheesecake is definitely a favorite, always has been.
Cheesecake is good.
Yes.
So, vacations. I mean, I don't get to take much for vacations. Every time I do, it's for wrestling. Where's some place that you'd really like to go?
Um, Italy, I think would be very fun. But also, I've been talking to Hannah about going to Germany.
Hmm.
So I think end up doing that definitely.
Going on, you'd like to travel outside the United States. That'd be really cool to kind of go see where Hannah's from. But yeah, the whole European tour thing would be all right. What are some places you've been already that you really enjoyed?
I've been to the Bahamas, um, been to Florida and Wisconsin. That's about it for extravagant places.
Um, Here's kind of a hard question for you, and maybe we can work through this. I have to make taglines for the YouTube thumbnails. If you could come up with a tagline for your wrestling career or wrestling journey to this point, what do you think that would be?
Can we do something like basketball to state qualifier?
Yes, I like something like that. I like that. Let me write that down so I don't forget. I'll got it. Perfect. I'll never be able to read it, but if I see the one word, I'll be good. My writing's not good, right? You kind of mentioned this already. Uh, Continuing wrestling. You are thinking about continuing wrestling?
Yes, I am almost set on Iowa Central. I just need to talk to Zach more about the
Yep.
program and see if I can get into the room to see what the team is like.
And so what would you study at Iowa Central?
I want to be a court stenographer,
Oh,
so
cool.
I would be in different like criminology classes.
Hmm. Have you ever worked on one of those stenographers or the little typey things?
No, but I am definitely very excited too.
I used to teach at Job Corps. I don't know if you knew that or not. And actually, that was one of the classes we sent our kids on to actually learn how to do that. And yeah, they're nuts. They came and did a demonstration in the room, and I can't type on a keyboard, let alone one of those. So no, that's a cool career. That'd be fun. That'd be an interesting career. Afterwards, I know you've played volleyball forever. Have you thought about coaching, whether it's wrestling or volleyball or anything?
Yes, coaching is definitely has been a part of my future. Like I just would like to help people, continue helping people, especially if they're determined to be better.
Yeah, and you kind of have some of that within your family. Uh, why don't you give your mom a little shout out?
My mom is the coach for varsity at OABCIG for volleyball, and it's definitely hard having your mom as a coach, but then again, like she helps me get better because we are always spending time with each other, so we're able to talk through things and just find what I need to do.
Good. Ever thought about officiating anything, volleyball or wrestling?
Yes, I have, and I'm actually officiating the Matt Rats girls tournament
Oh yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh
Yep.
wow. So that's tomorrow. What time does that start? I gotta go pick my wife up. Darn it. What time does that start if I'm back?
I'm not sure. It's probably gonna be until 4, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm back, I might swing by. That'd be kind of fun to watch that. And speaking of that, the next generation of girls coming up. Uh, what do you talk when you talk to the little ones and stuff? What do you say about wrestling and how do you get people interested in doing it?
I was just in the Matt Rats room on Thursday working with some of the girls, and there's a girl that weighs 150 pounds. So she didn't have a partner. I hopped in with her, and it was pretty much live the whole time. And I was like I was letting her be successful sometimes, but I
Hmm.
was also was going hard on her because I think that's really important because you can't just drop your level for someone. And if you don't and they work through it, they're gonna eventually work up to
Oh,
your level.
yeah,
And
that's good.
after, she never got frustrated. She never gave up. She just worked through everything. And after I went up to her, I was like, I'm really proud of you. You didn't give up, and that's what you need to continue doing, and you'll get really good. And she really appreciated it. And also, Kobe Hamer, the Matt Rats coach, um, his daughter does it, and she has gotten better and has always asked me questions ever since I've been in wrestling. So
Hmm.
it's really fun that I'm going to be able to see her grow up and do it. But I always tell little ones just to keep going, keep working through it. And people that want to join, I always just like if they're in high school and they want to join, I just tell them about the team and how great of an opportunity it's going to be for them if they do continue with their want to go into wrestling.
Nice. And so if you looked back throughout this entire year, your whole year, what's something that it's really memorable for you?
Um, Hotel at State, everyone just door dashing food left and right. It was so fun. And just in the hallway, when Tegan was sleeping, we didn't want to like interrupt her. So me, Eden, and Lauren and Hannah were all out in the hallway. And we were being really loud, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. And little story, it's
Stop it
just
there. Just
start. Lauren started farting. Hannah started farting. Eden started farting. We were all farting, laughing.
yeah.
So we just gave up and went back into
Other than farting, what has wrestling taught you?
um wrestling has taught me that I can work through hardships and just bounce back and to always use confidence in everything I do.
Nice. So, yeah, just a couple questions left. Um, when I first started coaching girls, when someone would say you wrestle like a girl, it was very derogatory, right? I don't believe that any longer. What do you think it means to wrestle like a girl?
It's definitely a privilege to go out there and represent something that has grown so much in the past couple of years. And I think it means to me that we can do hard things too, and that it's not just a male dominant sport, and that girls can do anything they put their mind to.
Good. Last thing, final thoughts on the day. You got anything for anybody?
Um, Not really. Just, I think we should have a bigger team next year, so people looking in from the schools that are sanctioned with us, just try it, go out, and if you like it, stick with it. If you don't, just try and work through it, obviously. But if you're not happy with something, then just let it go. Try and find something new that you're going to be successful with.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day.
I will try my best.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.